Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another Take 5 with Travel Gossip. Today, we have Sarah back with us for the third and final episode of the Daytona Beach Take 5s. Hi, Sarah, thanks for coming back on.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. It's great to be back.
You're a true professional now.
Absolutely.
So, last week, you spoke to us about the hiking and biking trails, which is one of the 7 self-guided trails in the Daytona Beach area. This week, you'll be talking about the iconic trail. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I will talk about the iconic trail, but just to recap, we have 7 self-guided trails which take you through Daytona Beach, which include the Ale Trail and the Mural Trail. So we're just going to play a short video now which outlines those, first of all.
Thank you. That's a really great video, Sarah. Thank you. And anybody that would like that video, I'm sure Sarah would be happy to share it with you. Please do let us know. So moving on to this week's episode, the iconic trail. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot to say. So the iconic trail is actually an eclectic mix of historical sites, landmarks, and tributes to prominent people who've had a great impact on the American culture. The tour starts up the beach in Ormond Beach in Daytona Beach, which is the birthplace of speed, where the America's first speed tournaments were held on the beach in the 1930s. Your self-guided tour starts in the casements at Ormond Beach, which is formerly the winter home of the one-time world's most richest man, John D. Rockefeller. A lot of people used to spend their winters in Daytona Beach because it's nice and mild in the winter. In the 1930s, Sir Malcolm Campbell and Sir Henry Seagrave broke the world land speed records on Daytona Beach. The hard-packed sand provided the ideal conditions to do that. In 1936, races took place on the loop of beach onto the A1A until World War II, and then continued after that in 1949. The races weren't actually regulated, so it led to Bill France Jr. forming what is now known as NASCAR today. Then in 1959, under the leadership of Bill France Jr., Daytona International Speedway was opened, and it's actually home to some massive NASCAR races, including the Daytona 500. Next on the tour, you can visit the Mary McLeod Bethune-Homan gravesite at Bethune-Cookman University. It's great here to learn more about Dr. Bethune, who was a civil rights and women's rights pioneer. Another trailblazer featured on the tour is baseball legend Jackie Robinson, who in 1946 played in the first integrated Major League Baseball spring training game at what was then known as the City Island Ballpark. Today, it's actually known as the Jackie Robinson Ballpark in his honour. It's great for doing tours there, and it features a statue of the icon as well as various other historical markers as well. Another stop on the iconic tour includes the world's most famous beach sign, and then onto the Daytona Beach Pier Coquina Tower and the bandstand, which was built in 1937 from a rare form of limestone. And then finally, you can visit the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse, which we've touched on our previous session. It's actually the tallest lighthouse in Florida, 175 feet tall. That's the second tallest in the whole of the United States. So if you can climb the 203 steps to the top, the view from up there is absolutely stunning across the Atlantic Ocean. So that would complete the trail. So there's lots to get out and explore on the iconic trail.
203 steps, easy peasy.
Yeah. It is actually, it's the summer, it gets a little bit hot in there because there's no aircon, so when I went up I had a fan, but it's well worth the view.
I can imagine it must be incredible. So as I mentioned before, this is the third and final of our series with you guys at Daytona Beach. But if anybody watching would like more information, you can head over to daytonabeach.com. You can click on things to do, and there is an option there for trails, so you can obviously get all the information as well on there. I will link it into the comments as well. But that just leaves for me to say thank you so much, Sarah, for coming on for the last 3 episodes and giving us all the really important information that we need.
Oh, it's been fantastic to be here, and thank you ever so much for listening, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye, everybody.